Morning, everyone. It is 5:30, something like that. Early as fuck in the morning. On Thursday, 25th of September. We are just about to head out to Washington, D.C., and eventually State College, Pennsylvania, for the Oregon Penn State game this weekend. The White Out. It'll be my first time ever in what many people consider the best environment in all of college football. So, yeah, let's let's see how it goes.
So, as a much more tired me explained with all the energy of Kawhi Leonard doing a post-game interview, I was in attendance for the Penn State-Oregon White Out game this past weekend, what many people consider to be the best environment in all of college football. I went with my dad, some other family friends. We met up with some friends we had on the East Coast who were all Penn State fans. I didn't take a whole lot of videos in and around the stadium when we were actually watching the game because, I wanted to experience the game as it was happening, but I tried to take some here and there, mainly capture, the environment, the experience of being in Beaver Stadium. Gotta say, as someone who's really gone to Autzen Stadium his entire life, just the magnitude, the size, like the opulence of Beaver Stadium, especially during the whiteout, was honestly incredible. It was something to behold. They're all wearing white, especially at night, with the floodlights. It just creates a really amazing visual. Although I will say, that many people wearing white, one location, it kind of, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but it made me think of something.
The Ku Klux Klan!
Jokes aside, though, the Penn State people were absolutely lovely. Everyone was so nice. A few drunk idiots here or there, but that's every college. You'll get that wherever you go. Super complimentary of Oregon, super complimentary of the fans. They just really created a great environment. Game was a bit slow early on. Neither team could really get anything going offensively. It was 0-0 at the end of the first quarter, 3-3 at halftime. I will say about the environment, the first possession was fucking crazy. They're playing Mo Bamba. The crowd is going nuts. The pom-poms are going. After that, though, the crowd was a little bit out of the game, and it was kind of because Penn State was just not giving their fans really anything to cheer for. There was a couple times the offense got booed off the field on third down after not being able to do anything. So fourth quarter, though, things got a bit crazy. Oregon took the lead in the third after a Noah Whittington fumble. Apparently was not a fumble. Actually caught the very end of this, but then I stopped recording because I thought the play was over. By the way, to any Penn State fans who are upset that this call was overturned, I mean, fair, but I will say you guys are missing the crushing inevitability that you were going to go 3 and out again and punt it back to us anyway. So, no harm, no foul, I think. On to the fourth quarter, Oregon, though, scores. Jordan Davison, a nice little 5-6 yard run. Oregon takes a 14-point lead. Honestly, at that point, I thought the game was completely over. I mean, given the way both offenses had played the entire game, I thought if Oregon had just kicked a field goal at that point, game was probably going to be over. But nah, Penn State's offense gets it going in the fourth. They scored 2 touchdowns, so we're going to overtime. And overtime, this is when the crowd woke back up. This is the crowd that I was always told, was the loudest in all of college football. And, they brought it. And honestly, when Dante fumbled the one exchange with Jaden Lamar, I was just like, we threw it away again. We had the 14-point lead. I was pissed at myself because I was wearing the same jersey that I wore for the Pac-12 championship game against UW in 23 and the Rose Bowl this past year. And if you're just a casual observer of college football, you'll know Oregon lost both those games. So I was just like, this is my fault, right? I did this. But Jamari Johnson scores off a little shovel pass. First play of double OT. Dante evades denied Dennis Sutton, throws a bullet to Gary Bryant, who gets into the end zone. And then the first play for Penn State of double overtime, throws an interception. I unfortunately made the catastrophic error of thinking it was Bryce Betcher who picked the ball off, not Dylan Thieneman. So I was just constantly yelling at all the Penn State fans about how, he's a baseball player, he used the baseball skills to get up and catch the football. But Thieneman makes the pick. The Ducks just rush the Penn State student section. I caught a little bit of this on tape. The Oregon fans, of course, in Beaver Stadium are going crazy. I'm going crazy, just losing my mind.
Gunner! What has happened?
Oh, we just
Honestly, from how loud the crowd was early in the game to how silent they were after that moment, it was absolutely amazing.
All right, guys, I'm back home after the game. Finish. Maybe the biggest win in Oregon history on the road. I can't think of a bigger one. Best road win since Stanford in 2015, I think, something like that. James Franklin's got a witch's hex on him at this point. Someone should look into that. But yeah, unbelievable environment in Penn State. People were amazing, loud as hell, but what a fucking win. If you guys like this, maybe I'll do more stuff like this. But yeah, I mean, what an experience. Anyway, love you guys. Good night, and go Ducks.